Hi, I'm John. This is my show, An American Scheme, where I'm proving that Diana Ross is Michael Jackson's actual mother. So we're going to play a little bit of Michael Jackson trivia today, right now. So, the first question I'm going to ask you is, who met the Jackson 5 first? Berry Gordy of Motown? Or Tommy Chong of Cheech and Chong? Okay? Who met the Jackson 5 first? Berry Gordy of Motown or Tommy Chong of Cheech and Chong? The answer is Tommy Chong of Cheech and Chong.
You were in a band called Bobby Taylor and the Vancouvers.
Yeah, that was one of the names.
That was one of the names. Yeah. I heard several of the names.
Yes.
And I'm glad for your sake that they didn't stick to the name that you chose.
We wouldn't have been signed.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I do not think so. But it's funny because I was reading that the Jackson 5 opened for you guys one time.
Yep. Before they were Jackson 5.
So what were they at the time?
They were called Jackson 5 plus Johnny.
Oh, yeah.
And they were from the high school in Gary, Indiana. And they won a contest, an amateur contest, where they got to open at the Regal Theater in Chicago. And we were co-headlining with Jerry Butler and Bobby Taylor and the Vancouvers and the Jackson 5.
So, Tommy Chong was part of a band, the Bobby Taylor and the Vancouvers, which is actually known as the band that brought the Jacksons to Motown. You know, so a lot of people don't know that Tommy Chong actually was a Motown artist. He was an artist for Motown. He's had an interesting life. Okay, so the next question is, the Jackson 5 had a cartoon. Okay, see this cartoon? The Jackson 5, they had a cartoon. So, on this cartoon, on the first episode, Diana Ross appeared on the first episode. So my question is, who actually worked on this cartoon more? Diana Ross or the Jackson 5? Okay? Who actually worked on the Jackson's 5 cartoon more? Diana Ross or the Jackson 5? The answer is Diana Ross.
Oh, wait until I get my hands on you.
Look out, man, I gotta save Rosie.
I should subdue the serpent. Fear not.
Hey, stop bleeding on my snake. Rosie, you come down now, here?
Why, what a brave little boy. This is the first time I've ever autographed a snake.
Okay, so Diana Ross appeared on the first episode of the Jackson 5 cartoon series, and she used her own voice, okay? But the Jackson 5, the characters there, none of them were the Jacksons, okay? Those were actors. Okay, let me show you here. So this is the Wikipedia. See, it says actor and it says role. And so it tells you right there, there's the role, like Michael Jackson, Marlon Jackson, all the Jacksons. Then when you looked over on the actors, none of the Jacksons are there. Okay, but you see at the bottom there where it says Diana Ross and it says herself. She actually recorded her voice in that first role. That's actually her. But none of the Jacksons that you see in that cartoon, none of the voices are actually the Jacksons. And then when you hear them playing in concert, those are previously recorded concerts. The Jacksons actually did no work on the cartoon series, the Jacksons. Okay, so next question. Next question is going to be, here we go. Yeah, I messed that one up a little bit. Okay, so what does Michael Jackson... Okay, so when talking about Michael Jackson in relation to his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, just one little quick note I want to point out is because I'm old enough and stuff, and I've been a Michael Jackson fan long enough, that when Michael Jackson was receiving his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, I was actually in the crowd. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so anyways, Here's my trivia question. Okay, so when talking about the Hollywood Walk of Fame, what does Michael Jackson have in common? What does Michael Jackson have in common with Diana Ross, Smokey Robinson, and all 4 members of the Beatles? Okay? When talking about Michael Jackson in relation to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, what does Michael Jackson have in common with Diana Ross, Smokey Robinson, and all 4 members of the Beatles? Okay, Michael Jackson got in the music category, for the category of music on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, there's 7 people who have 2 stars. They have a star for an individual, like Michael Jackson here is receiving his individual star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, okay? But then he's also part of the Jacksons. The Jacksons actually have their own star, okay? So Michael Jackson, in the category of music, there's a unique feature that has occurred. And it's occurred to 7 people, okay? Michael Jackson, as an individual, Michael got his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But he was also in a band called the Jackson 5. But see, it says the Jacksons there because you know that the Jacksons had something to do with it, because it should have actually said the Jackson 5. But Motown owns that name, and then the Jacksons changed it to the Jacksons. So that when they put it the Jacksons, you know that the Jacksons actually had something to do with that. But so anyways, so Michael's in the band, the Jackson 5. So he's in a band, and that band receives a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But then he's in that group, and then as an individual, he also received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So that's occurred 7 times. The first 4 people are all 4 members of the Beatles, okay? So the Beatles would have their own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but then George, Paul, Ringo, which would I forget? George, John. Yeah, John. I forgot John. Okay. So all 4 of the individual Beatles, they all have their individual stars in the music category because they all went on to solo success too. So all 4 of them individually got stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame too for the Beatles. And then after that, it's only occurred 3 other times. And it's Smokey Robinson was a member of Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. Okay, so the Miracles got their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and then Smokey Robinson got his individual star too. Then Diana Ross was part of the Supremes, so the Supremes got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but then Diana Ross, she got an individual one too. And then the Jackson 5, they got their star, but then Michael got his individual star also. Okay, so hope you enjoyed the Michael Jackson trivia for today, and I'm sure probably none of you guys got any of those right because I do advanced Michael Jackson stuff. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.